Alrighty guys, we're back for some Vexing aggro, and this is a Streets of New Capenna standard build. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, even though this might be a little bit janky. We might as well hop into ranked because it just reset anyways. Guys, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat, and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you guys. Also, we do got that relatively new Discord. I don't bring it up every video, but I've been trying to. If you want to join up that new Discord, there's a link in the description. So what do we got in the deck here? We have 4 Kumano faces Kakkazan because Kumano, or Etching of Kumano, happens to be an enchantment creature, which is going to be important in this deck. We have 4 Voltage Surge, which I'll go over more in just a second as to why it's actually in here. We have 4 Fang of Shigeki, which is an enchantment creature. We have 4 Prizefights because it works well with creatures with death touch, but also getting that treasure could be cool too. You can always use that treasure to with the voltage surge as well. This is a very bizarre deck, guys. It might take an extra second to go over. We have a Shigeki, a Jukai Visionary here, mainly because it's an enchantment creature and a snake, which is going to be important. Oh, by the way, Fang of Shigeki is also a snake. We have 4 Teachings of the Kirin, which is a 2-drop saga, which flips into an enchantment creature naturally. That enchantment creature is a snake monk, which could be really, really cool. We have 4 Weaver of Harmony, another snake, and an enchantment creature. And okay, here we go. Now some of it's starting to get explained here. Other enchantment creatures you control get +1/+1. Ah, okay, there we go. So that's why we're rocking so many enchantment creatures in the build. That's interesting, I suppose. Also, there's an ability on here as well where you can tap a green, tap it, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an enchantment source. You may choose new targets for the copy. That might come in handy. It might not in this particular build. We have 4 Halo Scarabs. It is a 2-mana 2/1 artifact creature insect. Now the insect is going to be important here, but also the artifact does work with the voltage surge too. It also, you can pay 2 to exile Halo Scarab from your graveyard to create a treasure token, and again you can use that treasure token to ramp, or you could sacrifice it to the voltage surge to get that 4 damage through. So that could be cool. If this happens to get sent to the graveyard from something like Teachings of the Kirin here, the first ability on this is mill 3 cards, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. So at that point the Scarab could be in the grave, and maybe you could use that ability to get a treasure at some point as well, right? So at our 3-drop spots, we're at the top of the curve at this point. We have 4 Fable of the Mirror Breakers. Of course, it's an enchantment creature. It works well while you're copying cards like Weaver of Harmony and stuff, which other enchantment creatures get +1/+1. That could be really freaking cool here. But then also the 2/2 Goblin Shaman that you get on the first ability can generate treasures as well, which again works with Voltage Surge and all that other good stuff about Fable of the Mirror Breaker, right? 2 Blex Vexing Pests. So a 3-drop legendary creature Pest. It's a 3/2. Other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders you control get +1/+1. When Blex Vexing Pest dies, you gain 4 life. Okay, so everything in here is a snake or an insect, which is awesome, except for Kumano and the Fable. Those are just in here because they're enchantment creatures, and the enchantment creatures work with our snake, Weaver of Harmony. So it's like the deck's like all over the place, but there's like a central theme overall. I'm really excited to see how it actually performs, honestly. Either way, pretty cool card. I actually don't have 3 of them, and he is going to rotate out soon. But if you have 3, I would drop one of the Circuit Menders for the 3rd Blex. Speaking of Circuit Mender, yeah, we got 4 of them in here. It is an insect. It's pretty cool to hit off of the reflection of Kiki-Jiki, because when it enters, you gain 2 life, and when it leaves, you draw a card. And so reflection, you would gain the 2, and then you sacrifice it at the end, and you would draw that card as well. So that could be really, really cool. We only have 21 total land, but yeah, the the average mana value is 1.9, so we probably don't need that much land. We do have 2 dens, a Crucible, a Who Endures, a Lair of the Hydra, as well as our dual land as well. I think that the deck is fairly rotation proof except for the mana base. No, Blex, of course, yeah. That one's also rotating out too, which is kind of a big card in this deck, I would say. We do have an honorable mention over here, another insect. Springleaf Avenger can be very, very strong. I couldn't find room for them in this build though, so. Okay, let's go ahead, hop into some ranked and see how it does. Hopefully I went over the deck well enough, because yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but we'll see. Also, something cool, yeah, Voltage Surge can sacrifice like a Circuit Mender to do that extra 4 damage too, and of course you would draw that card off the Mender as well. Just being able to buff these insects with Blex sounds sick, and being able to buff all the other enchantments sounds really, really cool off Weaver of Harmony. Another honorable mention that I didn't actually add over here could be like a Kami of Transience, but it doesn't really fit the cool little insect or the pest theme going on in the deck. So, all right, now let's hop into some ranked and see how this does. All right, we'll see if we can get right into the first match for some good luck. Not bad, 4 seconds, that's pretty good. Yesterday the good luck did not work in our favor by any means. We played a lot of Boros for yesterday's video. A lot of, against a lot of Boros, I should say. It was tough battles for sure. We'll see if it's going to be the same for this deck, but I do like this. I do like this opening hand quite a bit. Okay, I twitch right away. I don't think we Voltage Surge that. I don't think we do. Let's go ahead and get Teachings of the Kirin down. Honestly, we could go turn 3. I think it's turn 3 Fable, though. If this is going to be Orzhov control, this is probably going to be... probably going to be some removal right away. And it's probably exile removal if it's Orzhov. So dropping Blex, we don't even get to gain life off of that. Prizefight could be cool. I think we just swing. It's okay if they block. At least the Voltage Surge can go into another thing. Like, I just don't mind a block. Because eventually iTwitch has to go either way. And so it get like... Okay, it's not Deadly Dispute this time round. That's cool, I guess. They probably wanted to keep the mana open for the removal then, maybe? Pest summoning, nice. Yeah, I didn't have, I couldn't find room. That's another honorable mention, right? Couldn't find room for any lessons in here, or any learn cards to grab the lessons. So with this, we're probably gonna go... The Prizefight, I'd love to remove these pests. I don't know if I want to get rid of anything. We know Blex is gonna like die right away, you know? I guess Voltage Surge isn't that good. I'd rather keep the Prizefight since it helps us ramp a little bit. And we can actually go green source here. Okay, we'll see what the double blocks look like first. Oh, they actually spread these out, and so we might be able to just... We might be able to just Fable, but Meat Hook for 2 could happen next turn. So, dropping Fable could be bad if a Meat Hook for 2 hits. Keeping Prizefight open is equally as bad, though. Let's get Fable down. Because at least this flips next turn, and then eventually we'll get the other reflection too. So a Meat Hook for 2 might be... Okay, yeah, right on schedule, I suppose. It's tough, but it's not too bad. Like, we were expecting it, unfortunately. Okay, we get our reflection, and now we'll send these two. Actually, I'll still keep the second Blex. Oh no, more land. Oh no. We don't have that much land in here. Alright, let's get that Blex down and pass it back to the opponent. Oh boy, guys. Looks like we're being controlled right out the gates. Got a Shamble buddy. Oh, Fang. Nice. Okay. Alright, so we can... How do I want to do this? Don't really want to lose Blex right to a Shambling Ghast. So I'm okay with just swinging in with a 2-2 Fang. Oh man. We have the other Blex to play, but we know that a deck like that has a ton of removal, so... Okay, they're gonna go Treasure here probably. Wandering Emperor. Oh my, take out the Reflection. Oh, they go for the buff. Oh, that's sick. I thought they were gonna take out Reflection, but they could just do that next turn anyways. Yeah. Let's hope we don't draw more land here, guys. This could be really, really bad. Oh, man. Yeah, I guess Meat Hook taking out like 4 of our creatures happened to be very, very bad. We'll take the 2, but this could be a Blood on the Snow. It is a Blood on the Snow. Oh no, guys. Well, if the game takes too much longer, we'll go ahead and we'll hop right into the next one. That way we actually can get more matches in. I do think... Oh, that's land. Alright, I'll play my Blex, and we'll see what we draw next turn. And then, like I said, we'll hop into the next one. That way we can get more matches in, because this looks like it's going to be the opponent's. Yep, no blocks. I'm surprised they don't swing with Eye Twitch. They're at 31, so... Lair the Hydra is actually pretty good. Alright, very well. I'll actually... Because Lair can power up really well. Even though they probably have removal for it. Like, it's not that bad, so I'll actually see what we draw next turn as well. A Voltage Surge could take care of the Samurai. Kumano. What, X is 6? Let's see if they remove this. Let's see if they can remove this. Actually, I'll swing at Emperor. I guess they could just chump with Eye Twitch. It is a Vanishing Verse, and now it's a good game opponent. I'll play out the card, though. Let's give it to them, guys. The more matches we can get in, the better.
Always glad to meet my
Well, that's not exactly what you want to see for a first game, but that's okay. It happens. Man, yesterday it was only creature builds, so hopefully today it's not only gonna be mid-range and control. I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. Although creature builds are just as equally as scary most of the time right now with all the Boros and stuff. Okay, it's not a bad hand. Not a bad hand at all. Yeah, we had some really cool setups for last game. The opponent just happened to have a couple board wipes that really set us back. I guess if I would have saved the Fable, we wouldn't have lost that other goblin, and maybe we'd still be in it, but I don't think so, honestly. I think there was a nail in the coffin there. We're gonna start with the teachings because the Weavers can come down as a surprise. Oh, speaking of Boros, this might be some Boros. Might be mono red too, that could be fun. That's a 3/3 haste right there, very nice. No blocks, we want to be able to get that counter off the teachings. And Circuit Mender's good. Get that Circuit Mender down, because now we can successfully double block the adversary. Okay, and we also have a great block against the etching here too, if need be. Yeah, this might be mono red. Oh, nope, there's the Boros colors. So Brutal Cathar would be really bad. Luminarch's equally as bad. Okay, double block the etching. Even if Circuit Mender doesn't say dies, it says leaves. So we do get to draw a card here. And we get to take out the etching. Now what we want to see is removal for the Luminarch. Oh, Fang is pretty good too. Another Kumano. Yikes. Got our own Kumano though, huh? Okay. Gonna be Fang because Death Touch is really good in this case. And I'm gonna get another teaching down. I think that's okay. How do you guys feel about that? Keep open the blocker because we are forced to defend against Boros. Very scary stuff. Okay, Reckless Stormseeker. I saw that 4th mana and I was like, oh, this must be a Raiju, but honestly, setting up Stormseeker before a Raiju next turn seems pretty powerful. Really need to see some of our removal here. Voltage Surge off the top would be beautiful. Although we'll have to play the Halo Scarab first to be able to do the 4. Okay. So double block. This could be removal, but at least we get a block in, and that burn doesn't hit our face, and it doesn't hit our other creatures too. So the Fang might. Oh my goodness, another Kumano. Woo! A tough card to deal with. All right, so we can go our own Kumano. We can get that. Yeah, let's get our own Kumano down. Let's get the Halo Scarab down. Yeah, we're not seeing the 4th mana, so being able to drop double Weaver of Harmonies isn't working out in our favor. And they're looking for some removal for the Fang of Shigeki here, but we're just looking for removal in general. Even a Prizefight, we really need to take out that Luminarch. This is anyone's game, though, for sure. For sure, anyone's game. Nice. Okay. I'm okay with the Fang of Shigeki trade here, I think. Got to get that. Okay. I'm okay with that. As much as I want that to hit the Reckless Stormseeker. Ah, they're gonna get another etching next turn. Darn. This is rough, guys. This is rough. Okay, next creature gets a +1. We do get the Kirin touched Orochi out. Got the 4th mana. It's nighttime for the opponent, so they're gonna get trample here. Okay, how do we want to do this, huh? Tough battles. I'm gonna double drop the Weaver of Harmony here. That's sick. Look at our board, man. That's cool. I'd love to attack with this and start using the ability, but like this Reckless Stormseeker is really locking us down because they keep buffing it with the Luminarch. Nice, we sent it back to daytime there. We have plenty of blockers. They need to start removing stuff like Royal Eruption on the first Weaver. They haven't played any burn yet, which is actually really scary. That means they probably just have it in hand. Off the etching. They're going into the etching here with both abilities. They pass it to nighttime again. Yep, resolve. Okay. Okay, how do we want to do this? So technically, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an enchantment source. Technically, these are an enchantment source, so we could get some extra counters off of them if we copy with both of these, which isn't too bad. If we don't start swinging, Like, we have to deal with this, man. This Reckless Stormseeker is rough. If we swing, yeah, we can't even get this above. Even if we copy both, it's not that bad, is it? Let's see what the opponent does. You guys know me. I don't like sitting on a stuck board state for too long. We're not seeing removal well either. So let's do this. So we're gonna go +1/+1. We're gonna take this and we're gonna copy. Wait, we can copy that ability, right? Okay, here we go. I got a little bit scared. And we're gonna copy the first one as well. This is ridiculous because it's so risky to just tap all of our creatures like this. But we get a ton of counters. Okay, target creature you control. So let's target the first one. We want to get this to 6/6 first. And then we go my graveyard and we'll grab the, I don't know, the Prizefight. That's fine. We have no ways to get cards out of the grave. Okay, plug this. Okay, and then we have 2 more to plug. Oh, crap. Crap. Okay, we sacrificed this so that way the Weavers can survive burn. I think that's pretty cool, actually, isn't it? We have a great blocker here. If we just save the Weavers from burning to death, then we might have a chance. What a match, guys. What a bizarre... I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if I'm even playing it out well enough at this point. Whoa! They must have a play with fire in hand. They must. Is it a trade? It's a trade! It's gone! It's out of here! Let's go! Okay. That was like the big threat of the board. Ah, it does suck losing. Like, we had to put so much into that 6/6, but... Hey! Let's go! Oh, man. I wonder, guys. I wonder. What did they have in hand? That was sick. I couldn't be happier with that game. Of course, it always feels good to play like or to win against Standard's most popular build. You know what I mean? Always feels good. Of course, I think it's different for like Standard best of 3 and everything. I'm not 100% certain. I think Boros is just mostly popular in best of 1. Which is the only thing I play anyways, but... So no turn 1 here, but I'm okay with this hand. Oh, nice. Beautiful. We could have turn 1 the Fang anyways, but I wanted to make sure we got this down, but this ends up working out really nicely. Weaver of Harmony was beautiful there. How about it? And we had so many snakes on the board. Can you imagine if we dropped a Blex too? Luminarch, get out of here, Luminarch. Why are you in everyone's deck? Because it's the best creature in Standard. I know. Weaver of Harmony has a 3/3. That seems pretty good, I guess. We'll see, though. Ew. That looks like a lot of removal over there. Man, I hope we can draw some of our removal at some point. Yeah, this looks like an Infernal Grasp or an Exile. Oh, Clerics. Oh, crap. Okay, Voltage Surge. Nice. Nice. So, I'm gonna Voltage Surge that Luminarch. Poor little Halo Scarab. Tried so hard. That's okay, though. It works. Works beautifully. Actually, we should have swung to see it. Maybe they would have traded. Probably not, though. Probably not, but maybe I should have waited and swung first. Ooh. Maybe I really should have waited. The Fangs. Look, guys. They had to save blockers. I love it, man. Had to save blockers. Let's go. Another Weaver's really good. We could full swing and accept the trades. Yeah, let's do it. Do it. They take out Weaver with the 4/4, but the reason we want to do that, until the end of turn, angels you control gain tap, destroy target creature with power less. Whoa! They take it. They're down to 5. What do they have in hand? Oh no, now I'm scared. So they could tap this. They could swing with this first. It has Vigilance. They could take out the first Weaver. And then they can take out Etching with the Valkyrie. Ooh, back up to 8. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, they can swing with the 4 and then take out the other Weaver. Oh no, guys. Oh no, the Retribution just ripped our board apart. They had a lot of angels in hand. That's pretty lucky. Blex, nice. That would have been sick with the Weavers out there. So this Death Touch does get through, but is it just Scarab and Fang? Maybe the Death Touch doesn't get through. Let's start with the swing. I'm pretty sure it does because they don't want to lose Valkyrie. Any angels they draw off the top is going to gain them a ton of life. This was a sick game though, because like our lines of play, like that had so much power, didn't it? It really shows that Weaver of Harmony is probably going to be the MVP here. Oh, these gain double strike. Oh, we're just dead. Oh, we're super dead. That's an Elspeth too. They can actually do -3 to search for an angel and gain more life. Although they could just, yeah, go plus, so the double strike puts a nail in the coffin regardless. Oh man, this Retribution, 1 card tore us apart. Darn, hey, good game, opponent. Very good game. 33% total win rate so far with the deck. I like it. This is a fun one so far. Like that, like just slamming those Weaver of Harmonies and watching your whole board just get buffed is kind of insane. It's really, really fun. And then that Blex showed up a little bit late, and we didn't have a ton of mana to actually do everything anyways, so no red source, but I do like that we can play half of our hand. And hopefully we draw a red source and not just a bunch of red cards instead. Hey, there it is. Let's go. All right. Fang of Shigeki is not swinging here because we can get it above the eye twitch range with the Weaver of Harmony. Really? More Orzhov? Oh, man. That's scary business, guys. Shamble Buddy passes it. And we will plug the counter into... Yeah, we'll go Fang. That's fine. Shamble Buddy blocks well. Fable is probably the best bet here. But Weaver and Voltage Surge is good too. I think it's going to be Fable. Getting our sagas going sooner is just better. And we don't attack again because Shamble Buddy's a terrific trump blocker that takes out the Fang once again. They're going to go for swing. Going to take that damage easily. Probably a Deadly Dispute open for next turn then. If they don't play a land here, then that's just like an uh-oh. Gonna be a Deadly Dispute this turn, looking for a land maybe. Treasure Token, probably, yeah, over the Spirit, because now if they get a land, they have 3 mana open, and that could easily be more removal for our turn. It could be more, yep, Shamble Buddies or Eye Twitch. Alright. So, exile the Saga. discard. What do we want to discard here? Prizefight could be pretty good to clear up these chump blockers. Kumano is pretty good too, and Weaver is amazing. I think Voltage Surge is just going to be a no-go for this deck against what we're up against there. Okay, so we're going to start with a Prizefight. I realize that iTwitch like isn't the greatest thing in the world to take out with a Prizefight. But I'm really curious to see what this 2 mana is holding open here. March of the Wretched Sorrow, and they actually end up exiling. They gain, we do get the treasure luckily, but that was pretty bad for us, guys. So what we're gonna do, we're still gonna full swing here because at any moment a meat hook could drop, so any blocks is 100% okay. That's my theory on that. Like at any moment meat hook could come in and ruin our day. Okay, they grab a Confront the Past. That's scary. And a Reduce to Memory. Oh my, okay. So we're gonna go Kumano, and we're gonna hold Weaver back. How you guys feel about that? Like I said, Meat Hook could ruin our day at any moment, and so holding this back is probably the best bet, especially when we have Sagas over here that survive a Meat Hook for one. Like, we'll get Reflection next turn. They're going to keep it all open, potentially for a Wandering Emperor. Okay, we get a land. Okay. Our Weaver does get buffed a little bit here, but we're starting to fall behind, I would say. Let's get the Weaver buffed. And if it is a Wandering Emperor, I really don't want to lose the Kirin touched Orochi, but we could potentially get something above a Meat Hook for 3, which means if they're missing a land, we'd probably do that for the Weaver, even though we know that they can reduce it to memory. Has a huge target on its back already, huh? Let's attempt it. We're gonna go +1/+1 counter, and we will go ahead and grab, I guess, Deadly Dispute. There's the Wandering Emperor. So I think they could have waited till after we chose a target for the counter. Oh, they go for the +2/+2, or they go for the 2/2. I mean, is what I meant to say, which it means they can -2 that next turn and still take this out. I guess we'll accept that. I think that's a worthwhile fate for the Kirin touched if they really want to take out their own Emperor. Tempted by the Scarab, but I'm gonna hold back for now. We're gonna need some kind of creatures. Reduce to memory on the Reflection. Okay, yeah, they don't want us copying the Weaver. You get a 3/2 back, luckily. I wonder if they kill off their Wandering Emperor to take out. No, they go for another 2/2. Double blocks look more important, I suppose, which makes sense. Oh, wedding announcements. Oh, chump blockers for days, guys. Oh, no. Right. Right, good plays from the opponent for sure. We get this out. Man, at what point do we just start full swinging? Because, like I'm still waiting. Confront the Past could have brought the Emperor back too. I'm waiting for the Meat Hook at some point here. Wedding announcement confirmed that Meat Hook is definitely in the build. Alright. Full swing at the opponent's face. I think we let the game go on for a little bit too long, unfortunately. And so the opponent It's looking very good for the opponent. So let's start with a buff to Weaver of Harmony. That way, if they want to double block it, at least their creatures die. Okay, they get rid of that Kirin. Oh, and they trade. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, I think it'll be safe to play the Circuit Mender, because if it dies, at least we draw a card. If we get the Scarab down, we could threaten lethal next turn, but no, they do get a blocker. Yeah, what the heck? If that last card in their hand is Meat Hook, then I guess it is what it is, right? If they drop a land too, they could have Cave. Okay, Eye Twitch, nice. They get another 1/1 here. We have the opponent on the run, guys. They're looking for their removal. The Wandering Emperor's gone. Confront the Past could bring it back next turn. Unless that last card's a land, they could play it and bring it back this turn too. Yeah, take out the Lair, smart. Okay, we're gonna grab a red source. Man, I am on the edge of my seat right now, guys. This was a pretty fun deck to pilot, but the opponents have had it recently, man. Last couple weeks, I've been having uphill battles. It's full swing. It's full swing, bro. Like, we don't care what they double block, what they kill. Like, at any moment, they could draw exactly what they need. Okay, bunch of chumps. They got a Deadly Dispute. That gets them even closer to a Meat Hook. Uh-oh, I think the Sound's going too. They have enough mana for a Mascot Exhibition. We could do this, get a treasure, and we'll get the Fang down too. And the reason we play it all out now is because they have like the exhibition to go ahead and... Is this the Meat Hook finally? They drop a good game. Was it for us? Ah, there's the Meat Hook. The preemptive good game too. Geez. That's rough. Back up to 12, but yeah, they found the Meat Hook, so... And they pass it, and you know what? We will give it to them, since it's going to take like 20 turns for them to actually finish us off here. Let's get one more match in for the evening, guys. We have a 25% win rate, but it's a really fun deck so far, and I'll tell you what, I feel like we've gotten close a few times there, huh? At any moment, that match could have been ours. At any moment. They did find their Meat Hook, which I'm assuming they're running 3 to 4 of anyways, so it was probably a pretty good chance that they were going to find it, especially since they had that Deadly Dispute. Man, Deadly Dispute's such an important card right now. That's rotating out soon, guys. I wonder how that's going to go. I'm so excited for rotation. How about you guys? That's like the main reason to play Standard for me. Just the way it shakes things up and makes things new and fresh and different. I love it so much. So Scarab isn't the best thing to put a counter onto, but I don't want to put it onto the Fang. Even if keeping a Voltage Surge open could have been good there. It could have been. Okay. We got some Is It, so this is gonna bite the dust right away. Yep, makes sense to me. Luckily this flips, and we do get a third land too. Alright. So why does that want to tap like that? It wants to keep Voltage Surge open, I suppose. So I'm gonna get all of my creatures on the board and hope that Crush the Weak doesn't doesn't make me cry myself to sleep tonight. Right, a Crush the Weak would be really bad. Okay, Expressive Iteration, searching for that third land. Yeah, they're safe for now to do that, because we don't have anything that buffs our creatures yet. Weaver of Harmony off the top could be sick, but we do have to be super cautious about board wipes against Is It. Burn Down the House especially. Once they get to the 5 mana level, we have to be very cautious against a burn. Alright, we can play this and keep a Voltage Surge open. Which, oh, we just ditched a bunch of land off the top. That's not bad, I guess. Except one was a den and one was a lair, which could have been good against this deck. We'll see, though. We'll see if we need it. Come on, guys. We can get this last game victory. That is a Hinata. Oh, buddy. So that actually makes it cost... Okay, so I'm going to put this on the etching because I feel like Fang doesn't need it. So, yeah, that made the Voltage Surge cost 2 here. 1, 2, right. So we can play this. And we can go get that treasure. Voltage Surge. That's pretty sick, huh? Boom! Get that Hinata out of here. Full swing. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. No board wipes. Let's get this. Let's get this last game victory. All they need is a land and a burn down the house, and that's probably... Oh, there it is, guys. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's go into the final thoughts. Woo! This was a fun one, guys. This is one of those decks that it's certainly like leaning towards jank for sure, but it's like a really fun one. So, okay, here's the list again. What's really cool about it is you'll probably, like, the opponents will never know what they're truly up against, right? I guess once you start dropping like Weaver of Harmony down, they can start to assume that it's an enchantment creature deck and stuff. But then, like, the way that Blex mixes in with the insects and the Halo Scarab, we got to see Halo Scarab come in handy there with the Voltage Surge, and it was just a sick creature too. That was pretty awesome. Some changes that I would potentially make is maybe drop a single Prizefight. For today's matches, we didn't need as much removal as usual. And I think Prizefight, while being great, I think sometimes, you know, you just don't need it. So dropping a Prizefight and going up some other form of burn maybe could be pretty cool. Even just like a single play with fire in here could be awesome. All right, guys. Yeah, not a lot to say here. I really like it. And like I said earlier, you could go down a Circuit Mender and go up a Blex if you want to see this Vexing Pest a little bit more often. But yeah, other than that, let me know what you guys would change down in the comments. And if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video.